So when people talk about core training, sit-ups almost always come to their head. Oh, I want to get a six-pack. I want to train my core. I'm going to do some sit-ups. Sit-ups very quickly become a useless exercise. If you have done nothing in terms of physical activity, sit-ups are great. If you've been reasonably active, you've probably already outgrown sit-ups. The average person needs to make their stomach stronger, but sit-ups is not going to get you there. Much like weightlifting, if you're not lifting heavier weights, then you're not going to get stronger. Imagine I want to get bigger biceps, and all I have is a 10-pound dumbbell. And maybe when I start working out, I can do it 10 times, my arms get tired. Cool, I'm gonna get some gains. But once I get stronger, doing 100 curls with a 10-pound dumbbell is not gonna make me stronger. It's gonna improve my muscular endurance. That has nothing to do with size or aesthetics. That has everything to do on a cellular level with my mitochondria being able to produce energy so my muscles can keep going. When I'm doing sit-ups, if I get tired after 10 or 15 sit-ups, that's not bad. If I can do 100 sit-ups, that's not going to make me stronger. That's going to improve my muscular endurance. So, if you want a stronger core, why would you do hundreds of sit-ups? The reason why it's not super great is because I'm not moving a very large portion of my body. Second, my abs, specifically my rectus abdominis, your six-pack muscles, are only in charge of the first 15 degrees of spinal flexion. In other words, from here to here. That's it. That's all my abs do. And because I'm only moving a small portion of my body, that's not a lot of load. So it's very easy to be able to hit your potential in terms of weight. And so now I can't do anything else but more. So I need to branch out to make these exercises harder. When it comes to body weight exercises for core, you can start doing that by adding leverage. So using your limbs to create leverage to add intensity to the muscle activation. For example, your rectus abdominis attaches your ribs to your pelvis. If I have something that's trying to rotate my pelvis, I can then use my abs to straighten it back out. That's why a number of core exercises encourage you to drive your low back into the floor. For example, starting with a dead bug. When I'm lifting myself off the floor, now I'm having my legs are trying to fall to the earth, at which point my low back would come off the ground. So I have to engage my abs to be able to keep my legs suspended in the air and my shoulders off the ground. I can continue to make this harder by slowly beginning to extend my arms and my legs. In physics, we call this creating a longer moment arm. The amount of effort that is required to keep that moment arm suspended is greater, even though everything weighs the same. It's like holding a 10-pound dumbbell here versus holding a 10-pound dumbbell all the way out here. The closer it is to my body or my fulcrum, the much less effort is needed to be able to hold it as compared to all the way out here. My arm is longer, the effort is here, so I have to exert more effort to keep it suspended. Same goes for my ab exercise. The more I begin to extend my limbs, the harder my abs have to contract. So now, all the way out in what we will call the hollow position in gymnastics, this is insanely harder than doing a sit-up or even a plank. Now, make sure that your low back is not coming off the floor and staying engaged. If you are fatiguing out much faster and you're feeling that there might be some gapping, then you can simply shorten those moment arms to be able to hold it for 20, 30 seconds before needing to take a breather. So now you can increase the intensity of your ab exercise and skip ahead from doing worthless sit-ups.